It's just money. It's made up. Pieces of paper with pictures on it so we don't have to kill each other just to get something to eat. It's not wrong, and it's certainly no different today than it's ever been. 1901, 07, 29, 1937, 1974, 1987, Jesus, 92, 97, 2000, and whatever we want to call this. It's all just the same thing over and over. We can't help ourselves. We just react. And we make a lot of money if we get it right.
Welcome to Market Makers, everyone. Your home for tomorrow's TA today. A special market update, pulling forward my market update because tomorrow is a key pivot, June 25th. I want to talk about this. I'm going to talk about one thing in this video, the summer rally, summer sell-off, the mini cycle, because a lot of people are asking me questions on X and I can't answer everybody. This video will answer a lot of the questions. Guys, I've been covering this cycle for weeks. Be sure to watch the actual videos. I'll pin this one on my account. If you're watching this on YouTube, give me a follow on X at Market Canary. And all of you, you're welcome and invited to join our Discord. Go to our website, marketmakers.trade. You can join our Discord or join the website right through that portal. I would love to see you guys in the room. If you like my material, if you like Ricardo's material I've been putting out on Fridays for you, check out our Discord. It's a fantastic group of people and a fantastic staff. So let's talk about what we got here on the docket today. This is S&P futures. We're going to cover S&P futures. We're going to cover Bitcoin in this one video. This will be my last update for the week, guys, because the summer rally, summer sell-off. If you've been watching this channel just for a couple of weeks, you've seen these cycles play out beautifully. You've been watching it all year. You've seen some big trades form and some big trades make some big gains, like our Tesla trade for a 70% move, Solana for a 100% move, silver's up 10, 15%, 10, 13%, something like that off the entry, the silver video I gave. So again, let's talk about what's coming, because you know what's amazing in this space, in the YouTube space, all these guys can tell you what the market's going to do 6 months from now, right? Wall Street can tell you, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. The YouTube guys can tell you, but none of them can seem to tell you, if you ask them, what the market do this time last year? I think we went, no, I was short. We went down. Yeah, I made money. I don't know. I made money though. What did the market do in 2023? In the summer? What did the market do in 2022? For 3 years in a row, you have done the exact same move and nobody is making videos on it except me. Fractal pattern trading. So let's look at this, because this is 2024. Look at the similarities with the 2024 fractal. April 19th low. April 19th low. We bottomed when in 2025? April 7th, right? April 19th low gave you a 16% rally, and then you sold off 10.5%. But in between, you got your rally. What did you do in the pink box? This is June. You went up, you went down, you went up. You did one final pullback on July 2nd. You did a 4% rally. Then you sold off 10.5%. It's this rally that I believe we're coming into now, okay? This rally is the summer rally, which you're going to get before the big retracement, which all of Wall Street told you was still coming back on April 7th, when we bottomed. They said, don't buy the market yet. The billionaires got trotted out. Paul Tudor Jones. Don't buy the market yet. The YouTubers, wait, you can't buy this market. There's more to come. We gave you the bottom, and this is what's coming. You have this rally coming up here in the summer, and then you have this sell-off, guys. And what happens after the 10% correction? Big dumb money will step in the market. We're going to our blow-off top, 7,000, 7,500. I'm going to show you this on Bitcoin as well. But understand these movements. June, you were sideways. You bottomed out here July 2nd. Then you rallied up 4%. Then you came down 10.5%. It's this rally right here that is incoming, okay? I'm going to show you this on the charts. By the way, why do we track with natural cycles, lunar cycles? If you've been watching this channel, you already know the answer. Look at last year, April 7th. There's your low. Look at your topping pattern. Look at your pivot out for the move up. Look at your pivot here, morning of a top. Look at your pivot for the low. Look at your pivot for the next topping pattern and then the decline. They don't always track 100%, but if you have patterns, if you understand Fibonacci, like a moth to a flame or like a millennial to Starbucks, you understand why things happen in this universe of trading. Okay, so that's 2024. That's last year. Let's go to 2023. Did we do the same thing? Of course, spoiler alert, guys. Rallied up into June, pink box. What did we do in June? Up and down, one final pullback, July 10th. Remember that date because our pivots are tomorrow on June 25th and July 10th once again this year. What happened July 10th? That was your pivot to the upside, 5% rally prior to the 11% decline. Do you see a pattern? A fractal is a self-repeating pattern. 2 years in a row, we're not going to go back to third year. I got to keep this video concise. 2 years in a row, you did the same move. Sideways June, rally through July, got a July top in late July, July top in mid-July in 2024, and then you did the retracement, guys. Then the 10% down, then the 11% down. So it's this space right here, this summer rally, which is the important part because I believe as price is pushing up, about to make a new all-time high, I think we're going to get one little soft rollover left and then the rally up for the summer rally. We're going to cover those targets and everything right now. The same pattern has repeated 3 years in a row and nobody is talking about it. Let's look at the ES on the current price structure, or ABC, which you guys are all familiar with. Anybody can lay fibs out. How you lay your fib out matters because it has to track accurately. Our 1618 of our ABC was hit, 237-point decline, rallied up, failed, got on top for support, tested it a couple times, moving up to our second target number 2, which has been here for weeks and weeks, 6,225. Now, what I think's going to happen, okay, pay attention to this part. What I think's going to happen, I'm going to show you confluence with this, is price is going to come up to 6,225. Here's your pivot. It's tomorrow, right? Your pivot's tomorrow. So looking at this week, we should come up here, get to 6,225, get some type of soft rollover. Soft rollover could be you decline to maybe 6,050, maybe to your strong support level here of 59.59, which you've tested several times now, right? But that's what I think is going to happen. You're going to get this move up, new all-time high, get a soft rollover, and then you're going to see our basing and breaking out sometime towards that July 10th pivot, right? Because tomorrow's pivot is tomorrow. So obviously you're not basing, you're moving up to this target, soft rollover, get some basing, and then start looking for that July rally. That July rally could carry you into August. It all depends on the ferocity of it. I'll show you confluence with this internationally. Move up. Soft rollover, guys, 6,050, 6,000, 59.59. Get some type of basing, and then we're going up. And my rally targets for the summer rally, this is not the blow off. This is a summer rally before the 10% retracement. 6,400, max bull, 6,650. So I look at the S&P and $100 blocks. If we get above 6,400, look at 6,500. But then you're getting the retracement from that point. And again, that retracement I would expect to be 10%, just like the last 2 years in a row. So if you get to 6,400, come down 10%, where does that take you? You fill your capitulation gap at 57.08. The only two types of gaps that matter: breakaway gaps, capitulation gaps. Capitulation gaps come up to target, soft rollover, come back up, summer rally, 6,400, 6,500, roll back down, 10% sell-off, fill your capitulation gap. Wall Street buys on our way to our blow-off top, 7,000, 7,500 on the S&P. You follow all of that? I've been talking about it for a very long time, guys, and it's all coming to fruition. Let's see if we get this top up here at 62.25 as we push up this week. That's your first step, okay? And then I talked about the soft rollover, right? So we hit our target, 62.25, soft rollover. Don't know where that will be, 6,000, 6,050, 59.59. Let me show you why I'm saying this before we get the summer rally up to 64, 6,500. If you look internationally, you have to look for confluence. Nobody does this. You need to look at confluence. It's the same money chasing assets. Let's start off with the German DAX. April 7th was your bottom. Remember, S&P drives the market. April 7th was your bottom. Here's your previous all-time high. What did the German DAX do, the altcoin of the stock market? It rallied a record-breaking 30% right to target, but then what did it do? It made a new all-time high, and then it did a soft rollover right where we told you it would fall to. A soft rollover, went down 6%, and now it's chopping, okay? So again, that same movement. The S&P has not made its new all-time high yet. It's on its way to do that right now. Then you're going to get the S&P on a soft rollover, start basing and chopping, and then look for the breakout for the summer rally. Is it just the DAX that did this? Look at the FTSE, the UK market. April 7th bottom, record-breaking rally, previous all-time high, new all-time high, soft rollover. Do you guys see what's coming in the future in the markets? New all-time high, marginal by the way, marginal new all-time high, soft rollover. You saw this in Australia, go down under, April 7th low, rally, made a new all-time high, soft rollover is down 1 or 2% right now. That's the move the S&P is getting ready to do. The new all-time high, soft rollover, base, guys. Then you will be basing, and then you'll have your summer rally to 6,400, 6,500, then the 10% retracement. I hope all this is very clear to answer a lot of these questions. Let's look at Bitcoin now. If we jump to Bitcoin, starting off in 2024, guys. 2024, what did Bitcoin do? Remember, Bitcoin moves at a 2 to 3 beta of the NASDAQ, okay? So roughly 2.5, let's say, but 2 to 3 beta. Bitcoin bottomed July 5th. It actually broke out after the S&P last year, which bottomed July 2nd. Bitcoin bottomed July 5th, 31% rally, 30% sell-off. S&P sells off 10%, Bitcoin's going to fall 25, 30%. That's the way it works. If you think about it mathematically, and we're going to look at the current price structure too, we're roughly at 105K. We go up 30%. There's my 132K target, guys. And then the retracement with the markets. And then we go to the blow off, which I have at 168K. Okay. So 2024, we did the exact same move as the S&P. July 5th bottom, summer rally, summer sell-off, 30% decline. You made a top here in Bitcoin late July, July 29th. What did Bitcoin do in 2023? Let's look. 2023, come over here. 2023, same exact concept. Mid-June bottom, mid-July top, 30 days up, very symmetrical, 30 days down. 28% up, 24% down. The summer rally, summer sell-off is coming to Bitcoin as well, guys. Let's look at it on a current price chart so we can compare and look at our pivots, because the pivots on Bitcoin have been absolutely gorgeous. Right now we are at, let me shrink this in some, we're at 105K right now, so we're mid-range. You see this? Tomorrow's a pivot. I have the pivot denoted on the top and bottom because it's mid-range, right? If Bitcoin goes up 6K, it's at a new all-time high. If Bitcoin falls 6K, it's at a co-equal low or a new low in this topping structure right here, the sideways Wyckoff fractal. So it's mid-range right now, which is why it's important to watch the other markets. The S&P is grinding to a new all-time high. And then what did I say the S&P would do? I said it's going to have a soft rollover. You could see that in Bitcoin as well, because fundamentally I trade with patterns. But look how the pivots have been tracking in Bitcoin, denoting clear bottoms, bottom, big rally, giving you topping structures, top, that last top to the exact day for that decline. So this has been tracking very beautifully, and tomorrow's a pivot. We'll see what Bitcoin does. Does it just go sideways? Maybe this weekend starts to roll over. If it starts rolling over, you want to look at the patterns that it's creating, because if it's creating a pattern that gives us a structure like a W, right? You have to start looking at your patterns. I'll be covering this in future videos. This is bullish, guys. You get your higher low structures, and you start coming up, looking at that next pivot, obviously, as well, July 10th, because I think you're going to be bottoming somewhere in this structure for the summer rally. And where will that summer rally go? Again, we've been talking about these targets for months, but when you look at this, you guys have seen my big macro pattern on my other chart. We have confluence with range expansion, the mathematics of the market. You can learn to do this in my education series. If you go to your previous all-time high to that corrective low, There's your 131,871. That's where I think you'll be. I think Bitcoin will be at 132K by August, okay? By August. Roll over, start coming up. You'll be there by August, and then you're getting the big retracement with Bitcoin when the markets retrace as well. Could it get more bullish and go to 145? Sure, but you're getting that summer rally, summer sell-off. Bitcoin's done it 3 years in a row. The S&P's done it 3 years in a row. And then, of course, my blow-off top target I have up here at 168. Could that be exceeded? Of course it could, but you're going to get the summer rally, the big retracement, and then a blow-off top target. Remember, blow-off tops, we're talking about any of this before it happens. Blow-off tops have characteristics. You need rapid price acceleration into a condensed period of time. So in other words, if we get the summer rally to 132, the big retracement back down, and then we just keep escalating back up to 168, but we never have a condensed, powerful move in a short time frame, then that's just an overall bullish cycle and not necessarily the blow off top yet. There's your 167 at the 2618, what I've been calling 168 on the big macro pattern. Let's look at some measurements because we know Bitcoin's been basically doing these symmetrical rallies, symmetrical sell-offs the last 3 years in a row, right? Give or take. So let's look at this. If we just assume, and again, we don't know what Bitcoin's going to do between now and July 10th, but let's just say it retests somewhere around here, like 102, right? If it comes up to our 131 target, right there, you're looking at a 28-30% rally, depending where this came from, obviously, which is what I think is going to happen, get to 132. And if you come down for a retracement from 132, when the markets sell off, where could that go? Well, if it's a 20% retracement, you're right back at 105. If it's a deeper retracement, like 30%, so if it's equidistant, just like it's done in the past where it's 30% up, 30% down, you're back down there at 92. So Bitcoin's going to have a big move, guys, but ultimately you're going to see this move of a summer rally up to 132. I think some topping action, then your sell back off, then you range again, then you're going to a blow off top up at 168 plus. Okay, 168 plus. So that's what I see in these markets. I hope that answers a lot of your cycle questions. I've been covering this in the videos. I'll continue to cover it, but come back to this video to understand these movements, guys, because these are big, massive swing trades as they develop. And consider checking out our Discord, our website for my education and for the community. I enjoy talking with all of you. I'd rather talk to you there because I'm there 6 days a week. See you guys. Have a fantastic weekend. I'll see you on the next update.